Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Chapman, your local real estate agent.
And I am Kristen Eck with Next Mortgage, your local lender. And we are here to just chat a little bit about mortgages and buying a
Yeah,
house and what all that looks like. So, one of the first questions that I'm sure you get a lot of and I get a lot of is why should we get pre approved to purchase a home? Why is that important?
yeah. So it's funny because I always find people go and they seek out one of two professionals first. And it's different for everyone. Either they're talking to an agent first or they're talking to a loan officer first.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is if you're doing either, you're in the right direction. It's definitely the place that you want to start your conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, obviously, on your side, you're going to engage and build rapport and get to know them a little bit. On our side, we're going to do the same. But why getting pre approved is so important is because it helps us identify your budget. It helps us really identify what you're comfortable paying on a monthly basis. Sometimes what you're comfortable paying is either not what we can approve you for, or maybe you're well qualified more than what
Mm-hmm.
you want to pay and you don't want to pay $3,000 a month, but that's what the house price you think you want to be at is. So it really helps with that.
It does. And secret, if you have an agent who is willing to drive you around and show you homes without that pre approval, which I like to call your golden ticket, they're probably not as professional as you think they are because I know I'm busy. I want to work with people who actually could afford and close on homes. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I want to know what that really looks like for you so that I don't get your hopes up falling in love with a home that you just can't purchase. So it is so important that even if you were to start with me, I'm going to have you talk to a loan officer before we're out and looking so that we're getting you the golden ticket and on the road to success.
Yeah, so a lot of what we see, and I'm sure you can see this too, although it doesn't happen with you because you do it the right way, but sometimes we get to a point where we've got somebody under contract and they have no idea what their cash to close is going to look like. They don't even know they have closing costs. I had that happen last week. And they have no idea what they're looking at on a monthly basis for payment. And so now you've driven somebody around or you've ridden around with an agent for a month and seen 40 homes and come to find out, we're in the wrong price point.
Right, right. And the other thing is, most homeowners will not even entertain an offer unless it is accompanied with a really strong, I'm going to call it a pre-qualification, but really those are pre-approvals because if you're working with the right loan officer, they are collecting some documents that they're going to want to see and evaluate up front. So I always like to let my buyers know upfront what that's going to look like
Absolutely.
so that you're not surprised when you do speak to the loan officer and they're asking you for your date of birth and your social security number. They're going to want to run your credit, but then they're going to need some very basic documents, right,
Yeah,
Kristen?
absolutely. And to be honest, the more thorough we are on the front end, the less surprises that we have, the less chance that we're going to have issues down the road once you
Mm-hmm.
are under contract. It really gets you ahead of the competition. It makes your offer stronger. So when you are pre approved and you know that you've been with a lender that's done their due diligence, your offer is actually stronger because I can reach out to that listing agent and
Mm-hmm.
say confidently, we have done all of our due diligence. They are very well qualified and they're ready to go.
That's right. So your loan officer is going to ask for things like your W-2, your past tax refunds,
Yep.
your pay
Bank
stubs, bank
statements,
statements,
all the things
and
that,
another pro tip is when you get that stuff to them up front, that first week that you're in contract is going to be so much
so much
smoother.
easier. I tell people that all the time. We're doing all this now. So when you get under contract and you've got all the other things going
Mm-hmm.
on, like your earnest money deposit and your inspections, we're not chasing you for documents because that's a
Correct.
lot all at one time.
It really can be. So we want to keep nice, cool, calm, collected buyers and sellers. And I will tell you, as a listing agent, I will 100% of the time, every time, call that loan officer and ask them a few very important questions to make me feel satisfied to convey to my seller how well qualified that buyer is.
And again, that comes with a very seasoned agent because not all agents do that. You want your agent to do that or the listing agent to do that because then when I get that phone call, I am very confidently saying, yes, we're ready to go. Let's get under contract.
Yep. Yep.
So,
And then we could also be aggressive with our close dates too. So if we have all the
absolutely.
documents in ahead of time and we know we have a strong pre-qualification and I'm in a competitive situation and I can confidently say we can close in 28 days, which is 4 weeks.
21 days. Sometimes with all the due diligence up front, we can do a 2 to 3 week closing if that's necessary.
I've
so
seen that too, 14 days. Like, yeah, it's insane. Not everybody.
Yeah. We're not telling you to go do that.
but it's possible. So, but communication between your agent and your loan officer is so important, and we can absolutely help to make it a really wonderful experience. I'm sure you know somebody out there who has had a nightmare of a home buying process, and a lot of times that comes from a lack of education when we do not take the time to educate the consumer and make sure that they really feel empowered to be able to do the things that are needed in the process. That's where havoc just becomes the way that it goes. Everything is chaotic, everybody is nervous, and we don't want that. We want everybody calm, cool, collected, making very sound decisions from a place of empowerment.
Absolutely.
Based on all the information we've given them. So when you are working with your agent and with your loan officer, you really should have a team who's focused on educating you and empowering you to make those good decisions for you and your family.
Absolutely. So first step is pre-approval, and then you can actually get out and look at houses. Your agent can help guide you there. I can help guide you there, but we just want to make sure you know that's your first step and what you need to be doing.
So I think we've thoroughly gone through why this is important. We don't want to beat the dead horse, but want to also let you know, you may be watching this on YouTube. You may not even be in our area, but guess what? We're still your girls.
Yeah.
We can help connect you to somebody anywhere in the country who's going to treat you the same way we would treat you here locally. So if you have any questions, or if you need to be hooked up with another loan officer or another agent in your area, go ahead and give us a call and we'll be sure to hook you up.
Absolutely. Great point.
Yep. So until next time, I want you to key in. You might have a loan type in mind. We're going to do a series on the different loan types. I want you to go ahead and take the time to watch whichever one is relevant to you. And in the meantime, we'll see you soon.
See you later.